we are seeing the reactions of alkynes. In the reactions of alkynes, we have seen till now hydrogenation of alkynes, which will lead to the formation of alkanes. If you are adding 2 moles of H2, if you are adding only 1 mole of H2, that is with the help of some poison, palladium H2 in the presence of pelletized carbon BSO4 and quinoline, which is called as Lindlar's catalyst. In that particular case, there will be syn addition of hydrogen, which will lead to the formation of cis alkene. If we are adding sodium in liquid NH3, H2 in the presence of sodium in liquid NH3, which is called as burst reduction, it will lead to the formation of trans alkene. उसके बाद हमने addition of halogens देखा है. In this particular case, if we are adding Br2 in the presence of CCl4, the color of Br2 in CCl4 is reddish brown. Upon addition onto alkene or alkyne, it will be decolorized. So that particular addition of Br2 in the presence of CCl4 is used as a test for unsaturation. So if the Br2 gets decolorized, it can be an alkene or alkyne. In order to know if it is an alkene or alkyne, further if you add alkene के ऊपर if you add Bayer's reagent. What is Bayer's reagent? Cold dilute alkaline K-monophore, जिनका color है purple pink. Upon addition of Bayer's reagent for an alkene, it will be converting into diol, vicinal diol, and the color of Bayer's reagent will be decolorized. So हम ये confirm कर सकते हैं system के अंदर alkene है. अगर वो reaction नहीं हुआ, then we will stick to alkyne. Okay. In case of addition of X2 on alkyne, first there will be formation of vicinal dihalide, followed by formation of tetrahalide. Okay. That way you can add 2 molecules of X2. Then we have seen addition of HX. You need to follow Markovnikov's rule. इस particular alkyne के case में starting में अगर देखा तो you don't have any hydrogens on either of the carbons. So Markovnikov's rule इसके ऊपर apply करते समय you cannot apply it. तब क्या करना है? Out of R and R dash. इसमें R है, इसमें R dash है. The intermediate is carbocation ना. H add होने के बाद carbocation मिलेगा. So out of R and R dash, C which is more electron releasing. The one which is more electron releasing उस साइड जाके X लगेगा. Okay. So वो X लगने के बाद now you can use the Markovnikov's rule. The electrophile will be added to carbon bearing higher number of hydrogens and the nucleophile will be added to carbon bearing lesser number of hydrogens. Apply करके कर सकते हो. So यहाँ पे जाके X लगेगा, यहाँ पे जाके hydrogen लगेगा. And the reason is if you are forming a carbocation at this particular carbon, it is resonance stabilized. One of the resonating structure is the octet completed structure. Octet completed structure leads to high stabilization. As a result, in case of halogens, we will, in this particular case, you will take resonance as the more dominant effect when compared to the inductive effect. Okay. So ये वाला carbocation मिलेगा, उसके ऊपर X minus लगने के बाद you will be getting geminal dihalide, but not the vicinal dihalide. This reaction is very important. It leads to formation of geminal dihalide, but not vicinal dihalide. उसके बाद addition of H2O, very important reaction. H2O is added in the presence of either acid catalyst, dilute H2SO4 H positive, or you can also add catalyst as Hg2 positive. Hg2 positive mercuric ion in the presence of HgSO4. Okay. Again, you need to add according to Markovnikov's rule. Hydrogen will be added to this particular carbon, and OH will be added to this particular carbon if you are having a terminal alkyne. So it will be leading to the formation of enol, which eventually tautomerizes to give you ketone. Because ketone form is more stable when compared to enol form, unless and until you have those special cases. Okay, so majority of the compound will be existing in this particular ketone form, and ये जो particular ketone form है, this is called as methyl ketone form. Later we will be seeing this particular methyl ketone form can give a specific reaction which is called as haloform reaction. ये methyl ketone कैसे बनेगा? With the help of terminal alkynes. So indirectly we can perform a haloform reaction if we have a terminal alkyne. पहले उसको H2O के साथ react कर लो, it will be converting into enol, which converts into methyl keto. That methyl keto will be giving you haloform reaction. Okay, ठीक है. पॉलीमराइजेशन में इस पर्टिकुलर केस में 2 टाइप ऑफ पॉलीमराइजेशन कर सकते हैं. एक तो लीनियर पॉलीमराइजेशन, दूसरा साइक्लिक पॉलीमराइजेशन. The linear polymerization of acetylene will lead to the formation of polyacetylene. The cyclic polymerization, which is the most important case, will lead to the formation of aromatic compound, cyclic polymerization. So if you have acetylene, it will lead to the formation of benzene. If you are having propine, it will lead to the formation of 1,3,5-trimethyl benzene. And the reagent used is red hot Fe tube, or you can also use copper tube. Red hot Fe tube or copper tube. Okay. यहाँ तक किया हमने. Ashutosh, I will add you to the group after the lecture. ऐसे चीजों में please don't disturb me during the lecture.
Sorry
Okay.
sir, वो गलती से हो गया था.
We'll go to the next reaction. Isomerization. Alkanes के केस में भी isomerization reaction देखा हमने. In case of alkanes, we have used the reagent as anhydrous AlCl3, right? Isomerization में you need to form the isomer of that particular alkyne. Suppose if you are having CH3, CH2, C triple bond CH. If you are using alcoholic KOH, मतलब KOH in the presence of C2H5OH, which is nothing but alcoholic KOH in the presence of some heat. This will convert into its isomer. पहले 1 butane था, now it got converted into 2 butane. If you add NaNH2, NaNH2 is called as sodamide. If you add NaNH2, it will again convert back into but19. Okay, ये जो particular but19 है, it is nothing but terminal alkyne. मतलब starting और ending carbon पे है, terminal alkyne, and this is called as internal alkyne. Just remember the reagent. Not so important reaction, but make a note of it. Last reaction, we will see the acidic nature of terminal alkynes. Acidic nature of terminal alkynes. If you are having a terminal alkyne, RC triple bond CH, what is the hybridization of these carbons? This is sp, this is also sp. We know the electronegativity of sp hybridized carbon is greater than electronegativity of sp3 hybridized nitrogen. नाइट्रोजन ही इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव ज्यादा है, उससे भी ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव हुआ तो the bond of C bond H can be sufficiently polar, right? So if this particular bond is polar, इसके ऊपर partial negative, इसके ऊपर partial positive, the H positive can be removed from the system whenever you are adding a base, right? So we are discussing the acidic nature of the terminal alkynes. ये जो terminal alkyne है, being acidic, it can split into RC triple bond C minus plus H positive. But हमने already ionic equilibrium में ये वाला point discuss किया. In general, all organic acids are weak acids. मतलब they won't be dissociating to 100%, or their K equilibrium will be lesser than 10⁻⁻3. ये जो पर्टिकुलर अल्काइन में इसमें भी जो H प्लस का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन है बहुत कम रहेगा, बट इट इज एसिडिक. Suppose if you are reacting that with any bases like NH2 minus, which is coming from sodamide and NH2, or you can add metal Na. Any acid upon reaction with metal will liberate hydrogen gas, because acid will be giving you H positive, metals will be giving you electrons. Those electrons will be reacting with H positive to form hydrogen gas. Similarly, ये जो RC triple bond CH है, if you are reacting this with sodium Na, what will happen? It will also liberate hydrogen gas, RC triple bond minus Na positive. If you are taking 2 molecules of it, there will be liberation of 1 mole of hydrogen gas. Is exactly क्या हुआ होगा reaction में? The 2H positive is reacting with 2 electrons coming from Na to form hydrogen gas. Okay, this will confirm the acidic nature of alkyne. If you are adding an acid to metal, if there is liberation of hydrogen gas, then we can conclude that particular substance added is acidic. So as a particular reaction, it will confirm you the acidic nature of alkyne. Similarly, if you are adding NaNH2, RC triple bond CH plus NaNH2, which is sodamide. ध्यान रखना, if you are simply adding NaNH2, you will get RC triple bond C minus Na positive plus followed by liberation of NH3. अगर ये terminal alkyne है तो there will be liberation of NH3 because the terminal alkyne is acidic in nature. Okay, but if you are doing the reaction for internal alkyne, sodium in presence of liquid NH3 is nothing but formation of NaNH2. वही है. Sodium in the presence of liquid NH3 is nothing but the reagent NaNH2, which is used in Birch reduction. So उस particular case में it will be giving you transalkene. If you are having a terminal alkyne, इस वाले केस में भी जो पहले reactions देखा है ना, ये वाला केस में if this is terminal alkyne with this particular reagent, with terminal alkyne with this particular reagent, it will be reacting as an acid base. It will be an acid base reaction. It won't be forming transalkene. So इधर important point है, ये जो particular alkyne है, it has to be internal alkyne but not a terminal alkyne. With terminal alkyne, it will be having an acid base reaction because terminal alkynes are acidic. Is this clear? Question है, is RC triple bond CH soluble in NaOH? बताओ, RC triple bond CH जो भी है, is it soluble in NaOH? Is the terminal alkyne soluble in NaOH? Soluble का क्वेश्चन जब भी पूछा जाता है, see if it is reacting with that particular compound. If it is reacting with that particular compound, it is soluble. If it is not reacting, it is treated as insoluble.
So insoluble है.
Insoluble है. May I know why?
सर वो RC ट्रिपल बॉन्ड CH जो है उसमें से H प्लस निकाला.
Okay.
Na प्लस और OH माइनस वैसे हुआ तो फिर वो C को नहीं sorry.
You will form these compounds RC triple bond minus Na positive plus H2O. If you are doing an acid base reaction, ऐसे कुछ बनना चाहिए. On the left hand side, this is acting as acid. On the right hand side, H2O is acting as acid because ये base है तो उसका corresponding conjugate it will be acidic. So H2O is acidic. So this is acid 2. This is base 2. Out of alkyne and H2O, which is more acidic?
H2.
H2O is more acidic because the oxygen is more electronegative than sp hybridized carbon. If oxygen is more electronegative, जो O bond H है, that is more polar than that C bond H. So the reaction in this case, it is an equilibrium and it is predominantly in backward direction. As H2O is strong acid, ये weak acid है, ये weak base है. A strong base है, strong acid है. Always strong and strong will react to give you weak and weak compounds. So the reaction will be predominantly in backward direction, or I can conclude that it is insoluble. Important है. They will give you some set of compounds and they will ask you which of the following are soluble in NaOH. All those compounds or all those acids which are stronger acids than H2O are only soluble. Which are weaker acids than H2O are not soluble. Okay?
सर NaOH strong base है ना?
हाँ
NaOH strong base है. Strong is always relative. Strong and weak are always relative. India is strong when with respect to Bangladesh, Pakistan. अमेरिका के साथ कंपेयर किया तो क्या होगा? ओके, कोरोना वायरस के केस में वी आर डूइंग बेटर. बट हाँ, स्ट्रॉन्ग इज रिलेटिव टर्म. आशुतोष, NaOH स्ट्रॉन्ग है बट RC ट्रिपल बॉन्ड C माइनस के कंपैरिजन में वो वीक है क्योंकि NaOH का कॉन्जुगेट जो है H2O इज स्ट्रॉन्ग विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू RC ट्रिपल बॉन्ड CH. टर्मिनल अल्केन के कंपैरिजन में H2O इज अ स्ट्रॉन्गर एसिड. So टर्मिनल अल्काइन का कॉन्जुगेट बेस जो है वो स्ट्रॉन्ग होगा. NaOH H2O का जो कॉन्जुगेट बेस है वो वीक होगा. A strong thing will be having a weak conjugate base. ये वाला क्लियर है सबको? आयनिक इक्विलिब्रियम में पढ़ा है?
हाँ सर.
Don't blindly say NaOH strong है, OH strong है. Compare करना है with respect to the other thing present in the system. Next reaction, very important. Test for terminal alkynes. टर्मिनल अल्काइंस हमारे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज टर्मिनल अल्काइंस के साथ हम क्या बना सकते हैं? मिथाइल कीटो, इट इज एसिडिक, ऐसा बहुत कुछ रिएक्शंस है. टर्मिनल अल्काइंस के लिए अलग से कुछ रिएक्शंस है. इसलिए वो जो टर्मिनल अल्काइन है कि नए सिस्टम में उसका टेस्टिंग भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो टेस्ट फॉर टर्मिनल अल्काइंस. Tolerance test and ammoniacal cuprous chloride Cu2Cl2. cuprous chloride test. Cu2Cl2 में Cu का ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट Cu+1 है. Cu+2 is cupric, Cu+1 is cuprous. Either you can have tolerance test or ammoniacal cuprous chloride test. Okay. First of all, let us see what is meant by tolerance reagent. Tolerance reagent is, this is also ammoniacal solution. It is ammoniacal silver nitrate solution, AgNO3. ammoniacal silver nitrate solution का मतलब क्या है? 2 AgNO3 add ammonia NH3. It will result in the formation of a compound AgNH3 twice positive. This particular reagent is treated as tolerance reagent. AgNH3 twice positive plus NO3 minus. वो बाहर चला जाएगा, उससे कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. AgN, we are interested in the compound AgNH3 twice positive. So AgNO3 plus 2NH3 gives rise to AgNH3 twice positive. If I am reacting this with terminal alkyne, okay, plus AgNH3 twice positive, there will be a simple acid-base reaction. In the AgNH3 twice positive, you have NH3 inside it. NH3 is basic. बोल सकता हूँ ये जो RC triple bond CH है, sp hybridized carbon is more electronegative than sp3 hybridized nitrogen. So out of NH3 and alkyne is more acidic. If alkyne is more acidic, in that case NH3 will be acting as base, or else alkyne जो H positive दे देगा, it will be reacting with NH3 to form NH4 positive. Okay, बोल सकता हूँ. So this will lead to the formation of simple acid base reaction है, C triple bond C minus Ag positive, एक salt मिला plus NH4 positive. Clear है?
हाँ
ये जो particular compound मिला, this particular compound is white PPT. So if you are having an alkyne, and if you add Tollens reagent to it, because of an acid-base reaction, it will lead to the formation of white PPT. If there is formation of white PPT, I can conclude the alkyne which is present is terminal alkyne. Is this clear? Similarly, if you react the terminal alkyne with ammoniacal cuprous chloride, मतलब क्या होता है? If you are taking Cu2Cl2, if you are reacting that with ammonia, you will be forming a compound which is CuNH3 4 positive. Okay, this is called as ammoniacal cuprous chloride solution. It will lead to the formation of CuNH3 4 positive. Again, it will lead to the formation of an acid-base reaction. C triple bond C minus Cu positive plus NH4 positive. ये जो NH4 positive है, this eventually converts into NH3. ये भी NH3 में convert होगा. So there will be liberation of ammonia as well, but वो जरूरत नहीं है. Main हमको main देखेंगे क्या? What is the visible change which you can identify? This particular precipitate, ये भी एक precipitate है, दोनों precipitates है. This particular precipitate is brick red in color. If you are adding ammoniacal silver nitrate, it will lead to the formation of white precipitate. If you are adding ammoniacal cuprous chloride, it will lead to the formation of brick red precipitate. So if you are getting some precipitates, then I can say the alkyne which is present is terminal alkyne. Because of the acidic nature of it, there is an acid-base reaction happening. That acid-base reaction is leading to the formation of some precipitates. अगर वो terminal alkyne नहीं है, internal alkyne है, there won't be any hydrogen on that particular alkyne. If there is no hydrogen, there can't be any acid-base reaction. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. End of hydrocarbons chapter. एक बार सारे चैप्टर का क्विक रिवीजन कर लेते हैं. ओके, सभी लोग ध्यान से सुनो. I will revise the alkenes as well as alkynes. If you are having any doubt in any reaction, please interrupt me and ask me your doubt. So we have started with hydrocarbons. In the hydrocarbons, we have started with alkanes part. The general formula of alkanes is CnH2n plus 2, and alkanes are referred to as saturated hydrocarbons क्योंकि उसके अंदर maximum amount of hydrogen जितना रह सकता है उतना present रहेगा. Hence they are called as saturated hydrocarbons. And alkanes are essentially non-polar compounds because you are having bonds between carbon and hydrogen. Carbon and hydrogen bond भी उनके बीच में जो भी electronegativity difference है, it is very very less. Hence they are non-polar compounds. So the only type of interaction which they can have is induced dipole interaction, which depends upon the sizes of the alkanes. More is the size, more will be the induced charges, and more will be the van der Waals forces. Okay. So initial जो alkanes मतलब C1 to C4. The size being less, their van der Waals forces will be less. Hence they are gaseous compounds. As the size increases, the state will be changing from gaseous to liquid. So C5 to C17, they are typically liquids. C18 and above, they are solids. If you want to compare the boiling point, we will be comparing the boiling point of different isomeric alkanes. Among isomeric alkanes, the one which has greater surface area will be having more interactions. As a result, its boiling point will be more. Surface area ज़्यादा होने के लिए branches जो है वो कम होना चाहिए. As the number of branches increases, the symmetry will become more and more spherical. As a result, boiling point decreases. Okay, ये वाला particular part है. This particular part is very very important with respect to questions, entrance examinations. नीट के लिए, CET के लिए भी बहुत important है. इस पे आने का chance बहुत ज़्यादा है CET में. JEE के लिए भी important है. Solubility, they are non-polar compounds, they are soluble in non-polar solvents. Important examples for non-polar solvents are benzene C6H6, carbon disulfide CH2. Preparation, as they are saturated hydrocarbons, they can be prepared from unsaturated hydrocarbons using a reaction called hydrogenation. Okay, ये जो unsaturated hydrocarbons है, alkynes and alkenes, उनके अंदर pi bonds होने के वजह से उनका characteristic reactions होता है addition reactions. उस pi bond को break करके I can add some reagents. Okay, दोनों carbons का एक bond का नुकसान हुआ तो दोनों को एक group attach करेंगे. So in this particular case, you are attaching hydrogen, and the reaction is called as hydrogenation. This particular reaction happens in the presence of a catalyst, solid catalyst, platinum, palladium or nickel. जो platinum, palladium, nickel है, उनका these are D block elements. In general, most of the D block elements act as good catalysts. In the reaction, what happens is hydrogen and the alkene or alkyne gets absorbed onto the catalytic surface. एक बार absorb होने के बाद both the hydrogens, और जो hydrogens है, हाँ, ये जो hydrogens है, both the hydrogens will be added on the same side of the alkene or alkyne. So that particular type of addition is called as syn addition. और एक important point ये याद रख सकते तुम लोग, ये जो adsorption होता है उतना strongly नहीं होना चाहिए. If the hydrogen and alkene are adsorbed to the catalyst surface very strongly, in that case ये जो molecules का movement है, they will cease to happen. As a result, hydrogen may not be added onto the alkene. So you need to select catalyst in such a way. ये जो particular adsorption है वो थोड़ा कम होना चाहिए, relatively less strong होना चाहिए. इनके पहले ये तो एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा हूँ. प्लैटिनम, पैलेडियम, निकल बिलोंग टू ग्रुप 10. ग्रुप 10 से पहले जो भी है ग्रुप 7, ग्रुप 8 एंड ग्रुप 9, उनका एब्जॉर्प्शन प्रॉपर्टीज और भी ज्यादा होता है. सो वो लोग को भी ऐड कर सकते थे हम, बट उनका एब्जॉर्प्शन प्रॉपर्टीज ज्यादा मतलब जो हाइड्रोजन और आल्कीन है वो सरफेस के ऊपर बहुत स्ट्रांगली लग जाएगा, अटैच हो जाएगा. उसके वजह से हाइड्रोजन आल्कीन के ऊपर अटैच नहीं कर पाएगा. Hence, these are taken as preferred catalysts rather than group 7, group 8, group 9 elements. Okay, ठीक है. If you want to increase the rate of reaction, you need to increase the adsorption, rate of adsorption, or you need to increase the surface area. The surface area can be increased if you are making the surface rougher. Okay. Such a catalyst is called as activated catalyst, and an example for activated catalyst is Raney nickel. Okay. And ये जो particular reaction है, it is heterogeneous catalysis और heterogeneous catalyst है. इधर heterogeneous मतलब hydrogen and the catalyst are in two different phases. Hydrogen is gas and the catalyst is solid. We can also have homogeneous catalyst for the same hydrogenation reaction. Example is Wilkinson's catalyst. The catalyst is Wilkinson's catalyst, which we will be seeing later. Reaction नहीं है हमारे पास, example है. Homogeneous catalysis के लिए use क्या कर सकते हैं? We can use Wilkinson's catalyst. The reaction is also termed as Sabatier-Sunderland's reaction. If you are having alkyne, on the alkyne you can add 2 molecules of H2, which will lead to the formation of alkane. If you are adding only 1 molecule of H2, that is with the help of palladized carbon, BSO4 and quinoline, which is called as Lindlar's catalyst. उस particular case में you will be getting cis alkene because hydrogen is having syn addition. Both the hydrogens are added on the same side, hence you will get cis alkene. ठीक है. उसके बाद next preparation method from carboxylic acid. From carboxylic acid you have 2 reactions. One of the reaction is decarboxylation using soda lime, and the other reaction is Kolb's electrolysis. Decarboxylation में तुम लोग को सुनते ही important point दिमाग में क्या आना चाहिए? It follows the mechanism which involves carbanion. Whenever you are having carbanion, its stability order is 1 degree greater than 2 degree greater than 3 degree. So if they are asking what is the rate of decarboxylation, you need to see for the intermediate stability. One which is forming a more stable carbanion will be having greater rate of reactivity. Decarboxylation के लिए reagent है NaOH plus CaO, which is called as soda lime. NaOH 3 parts लेंगे, CaO 1 part लेंगे. इस particular reaction में जो initial reactant होता है, product होता है, उनमें एक कार्बन का फर्क होगा, hence it is also called as step down reaction. Is this clear? इनके अलावा हमको ये भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है. Similar एक ही type of alkane बनाने के लिए you can start with different type of reagents, initial reactants. Okay, so they will ask you ये जो particular alkane है ये बनने के लिए what are the different types of reagents you can use. तो ये बना लो, उसके ऊपर COH का लगाते जाओ. यहाँ पे COH लगाते समय ये कार्बन कायरल हो जाएगा. कार्बन कायरल कैसे जज करेंगे? If the carbon is attached to 4 different groups, it is called as chiral. एग्जामिनेशन में ये वाला क्वेश्चन भी कुछ लोग गलत किया है. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड द बेसिक डेफिनेशंस. ए कायरल कार्बन इज वन व्हिच इज अटैच्ड टू 4 डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स. इनिशियली ये CH3 है, ये भी CH3 है, सो ये कायरल नहीं है. बट इफ यू आर एडिंग COH onto this particular group will be changed. It is no more CH3, it will be CH2COH. and ये वाला CH3 and ये C2H5 हाइड्रोजन है. So you are having 4 different groups. So this particular carbon is becoming chiral. As a result, attachment of COH onto this will lead to formation of 2 different compounds. So यहाँ पे 2 है, यहाँ पे लगाने से अभी chiral नहीं है, यहाँ पे लगाने से फिर से chiral होगा. तो it will lead to 2 compounds. यहाँ पे लगाने से कुछ भी नहीं है, so एक ही है. So total alkanes including the stereoisomers which you can have are 6 different alkanes है जिनका decarboxylation करने से you can get 2-methyl butane. If they are asking only structural isomers, they are 4. Next reaction from carboxylic acids, you can do Kolb's electrolysis. Kolb's electrolysis मतलब in any electrolysis, the reactions which will be happening are oxidation and reduction. कोई भी cell में you will be having 2 components called a cathode and anode. Cathode के पास हमेशा reduction होगा, anode के पास हमेशा oxidation ही होगा. Cathode के पास cation migrate होगा, anode के पास anion migrate होगा. Cation being positively charged, उसका reduction ही होगा. Anion being negatively charged, in general उसका oxidation ही होगा. ठीक है? So if you are taking sodium salt of carboxylic acid and if you are doing electrolysis, क्वेश्चन में, थियरेटिकल क्वेश्चन में ऐसा कुछ पूछा जा सकता है, व्हाई ओनली सोडियम सॉल्ट, व्हाई यू कैन नॉट टेक ए कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड डायरेक्टली. Carboxylic acid being a weak acid, it won't be dissociating to 100% as RCO minus and H positive because वो weak acid है. Okay, अगर RCO minus ज़्यादा amount में नहीं है, it won't be migrating towards the RCO minus being anion, it won't be migrating towards the anode. Okay, क्योंकि anode के पास जाके उसको oxidation करना होना पड़ेगा. Hence you will prefer taking sodium salt of the carboxylic acid or the salt of the carboxylic acid rather than directly carboxylic acid. Okay. Overall reaction क्या है? RCONA plus H2O will lead to the formation of a higher alkane RR. At anode there will be liberation of CO2 and at cathode there will be liberation of hydrogen. At the end of the reaction, initially the solution है, it is slightly basic because there is hydrolysis of RCO minus. The solution is slightly basic. At the end of the reaction, because of formation of NaOH, the basic nature of the solution increases. Reaction में क्या होगा? At anode oxidation मतलब loss of electrons. The carboxylate ion will be losing an electron because of passage of electricity. जबरदस्ती से निकालना पड़ेगा. It will be converting into carboxylate free radical. That carboxylate free radical being unstable, it will convert into R free radical. That R free radical will react with another R free radical to form higher alkane. Okay. Reaction में, system में, there can also be formation of esters. Esters कैसे बनेंगे? ये जो R free radical है, RCOO free radical के साथ react होके, you can form RCOOR. But उनका product का जो भी content रहेगा, बहुत कम रहेगा. Because RCO free radical is highly unstable. और बनते ही immediately it will be converting into R free radical. तो system में इसका existence का time बहुत कम रहेगा. Okay. At cathode there will be reduction. Sodium Na positive का reduction तो नहीं हो पाएगा because sodium is a metal. It will always try to lose electrons, but it will not try to gain electrons. So Na positive का reduction नहीं होगा. H2O जो है system के अंदर, it is having greater tendency for reduction rather than Na positive. H2O में hydrogen is in H positive state and oxygen is in -2 state. So जो hydrogen है, it will be accepting electrons to convert into H2 along with liberation of OH minus, which will make the solution basic. Okay. Reactions में special reactions ऐसा भी देख सकते हैं. तुम लोग को बस इतना ही आइडेंटिफाई करना है, वो इलेक्ट्रॉलिसिस कर रहे तो जो RCO है जहाँ पे भी वो रहेगा उसको फ्री रेडिकल बना दो. If you are having two free radicals within the same molecule, then there can be formation of an double bond or there can be formation of a ring. इस particular case में ये दो free radicals on the adjacent carbon आ गया है, so there will be formation of a pi bond. ये वाला बनने का chance भी है, but it will be very very minor. They are being highly reactive. ये जो free radicals अपने आप में bond बन के they will be converting into pi bond. क्लियर है? इस वाले पर्टिकुलर केस में ये दोनों का पर्टिकुलर फ्री रेडिकल से दूर है, एडजेसेंट कार्बन के ऊपर नहीं है, सो देयर विल बी अ रिंग क्लोजर. रिंग जैसा बनेगा. ऐसा भी बनने का चांस है, इवन दो cyclohexane is more stable when compared to cyclopropane based on ring strain. यही बनेगा because it cannot wait. The free radicals are highly reactive. ये बन जाएगा propane, cyclopropane. Next from alkyl halides. Alkyl halides के अंदर से कैसे करेंगे? Alkyl halide में if you are replacing X with hydrogen, which is nothing but a reduction reaction, removal of electronegative element and addition of electropositive element is nothing but reduction. Reduction के लिए reducing agent के लिए reagent क्या है? Any active metal with HCl. Any active metal with HCl acts as reducing agent. Exactly होता क्या है? Active metal will be liberating electrons. That electrons will be taken by H positive to form hydrogen. That H2 is acting as the reducing agent. Okay. So any active metal with HCl will lead to the formation of hydrogen that will be reacting with this to form RH. Okay. Woods reaction. In इसमें important points क्या है? Woods reaction is suitable only for the formation of symmetrical alkanes. If you want to form unsymmetrical alkane, it will lead to the formation of more than one product. In general, alkanes का अपने में बीच में boiling point का difference बहुत कम रहेगा, so उनको separate करना भी मुश्किल होगा. Hence, this particular reaction, Wurtz reaction, is used for the formation of only symmetrical alkanes. The mechanism involves free radicals. जो sodium है, being a metal, it will be liberating electrons. A single electron or an odd electron is treated as free radical. Whenever a free radical reacts with another molecule, it will react in terms of free radicals. मतलब the bond will be broken homolytically. So R free radical, X free radical जैसा कुछ बनेंगे. X being more electronegative, it will be taking the electron to form X minus. R free radical will be reacting with another R free radical to form an alkane. Okay. इसमें most common question ये होता है, Wurtz reaction देखते ही, they will be giving you an alkane. They will ask you from which particular alkyl halide it can be formed. So जहाँ पे symmetry होता है वहाँ पे break कर लो, वहाँ पे break करके उधर halogen लगाओ, तब उन दोनों को आमने सामने रखा तो you will get back that particular alkane. Okay. If you want to form unsymmetrical alkanes, you can use a method called Fourier synthesis, which we will be dealing later. इनके अलावा alkanes बनाने के लिए और भी reactions है. If you are having any reducing agent उस किसी के ऊपर ऐड कर दिया तो you can form alkane. But ये standard reaction method से, बाद में जिनसे भी alkanes बन सकता है बाद में देखते हैं. ये वाला भी special reactions clear है, I hope. Sub characteristic reactions of alkanes are substitution reactions. You are not having any unsaturation, so इसके ऊपर addition तो नहीं हो पाएगा. Substitution मतलब क्या है? One of the hydrogen will be substituted by another group. As carbon hydrogen के बीच में electronegativity difference कम है, their tendency is to break homolytically. If you are breaking it homolytically, you will be forming free radicals. Sorry. So if you are forming free radicals, the intermediates are, if the intermediate is a free radical, you say the reaction is free radical substitution reaction. So whenever you see alkanes, उसके ऊपर कोई भी reaction करवाना है हमको, you need to use substitution reaction, and in general the mechanism will follow free radical. So the characteristic reactions, overall final statement क्या है? The characteristic reaction of an alkane is free radical substitution reaction. If you are having an alkene or alkyne, their characteristic reactions are addition reactions, and as the electrophile is added first, they are also treated as electrophilic addition reactions. Okay. अभी तक हमने alkanes, alkenes, alkynes ही देखा, तो उनका characteristic reactions क्या होता है वो पता होना चाहिए. In substitution, one of the hydrogen will be substituted by halogen, leading to the formation of Rx and Hx. The rate of reactivity with different halogens is fluorine greater than, bromine greater than iodine. With fluorine, the reaction is very, very fast and explosive. Explosive इसके वजह से because the reaction is very fast. With iodine, the reaction is very slow and reversible. It is reversible because one of the product formed is Hx. In case of iodine, the product formed will be Hi. Hi being a reducing agent. It will convert that formed Rx back into RH. Okay. इसलिए Hx के साथ, sorry, I2 के साथ, F2 के साथ ये जो particular reaction है prefer नहीं करेंगे for the formation of alkyl halide. We will use chlorine and bromine, Cl2 and Br2. The mechanism involves free radicals. Any free radical mechanism involves 3 steps: chain initiation, chain propagation, and chain termination. In the chain initiation step, you will be forming free radicals from the reagents. Initial reactants जो भी है, उनके साथ free radicals बनाना है. See for all possibilities, RH will lead to formation of R free radical and H free radical. H free radical is the highest unstable molecule, unstable free radical. If it is highly unstable, it cannot be formed. So X2 जो है, it will be breaking as free radical, and it will be forming 2 X free radicals. ये जो X free radical है, this will be reacting with other neutral molecules in a chain propagation step, and it will be forming a new free radical. How to identify a chain propagation step? A free radical should react with a neutral molecule, and in the process it should be able to form a new free radical. A new free radical आने के वजह से that free radical will be reacting with other species and that chain will be continued. And it is called as chain propagation step. इसमें भी दो possibilities रहेगा, वो सारा मार्क करना है. अगर वो कोई किसी में free radical बन रहा है तो वो exist नहीं होगा.
इसका पण येऊ काय ना लेक्चर झाले की
अतरु क्या हुआ? अतरु बीच में सडनली तुझे
नाही सर
म्यूट पे रखो अपना. या क्या बात कर रहे हैं हम? चेन प्रोपगेशन स्टेप के बारे में. हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई चेन प्रोपगेशन स्टेप? A free radical must be reacting with a neutral molecule and it has to form a new free radical. That's how you will identify propagation step. I hope ये जो particular reaction है सब लोग को clear ही है. Termination step में क्या होगा? Two free radicals will be combining to form a neutral molecule. उस वजह से वो जो free radical है वो खत्म हो गया है और reaction further proceed नहीं कर पाएगा. Hence it is called as termination step. हमने alternate chain propagation steps के बारे में भी डिस्कस किया. ये क्या होता है? Whenever you are forming CH3Cl, if it is उसके अंदर क्या है? Further hydrogens है. Those hydrogens can also be homolytically fission, and it can lead to formation of some free radicals. So जो CH3Cl जो है, if it is reacting with Cl free radical which is present in the system, it can convert into HCl and CH to Cl free radical, which will be reacting with another molecule of Cl2 and it will form CH to Cl2 and Cl free radical. ये फिर से इसके ऊपर react करेगा, so on so forth. Reactions जो है आगे proceed हो सकता है. कब तक हो सकता है? जब तक वो जो particular molecule के अंदर हाइड्रोजन सारे खत्म नहीं होगा तब तक हो सकता है, आगे जा सकता है. Okay, so if you are having Cl free radicals excess inside the system, ये सारे रिएक्शंस होता जाएगा, एंडिंग में CCl4 पे जाके रुक जाएगा. So if you are taking in the reaction of CH4 plus Cl2, if you are taking Cl2 in excess, you can predict the major product as CCl4. If you are taking the alkane as excess, the major product will be CH3Cl. Important है. क्वेश्चन में एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा जाता है? Which of the following can be identified as chain propagation step? Can be identified as chain initiation step? Can be identified as chain termination step? If you know the basic definitions of those particular steps, क्या क्या होता है वो मार्क करना बहुत आसान है. If you want to perform the reaction with I2, जो HA बन रहे, if you remove the particular HA from the system using an oxidizing agent, you can proceed with I2, but even in that case the reaction will be very slow. अगर तुम लोग के पास कुछ choice नहीं है तब ये कर सकते हो. Combustion will lead to the formation of CO2 and H2O, and combustion reaction is always exothermic reaction because of this particular property. A particular combustion reaction, it is highly exothermic in case of alkanes. As a result, it can be used as fuel. Because of its high heat of combustion, alkanes are used as fuels. If you are doing incomplete combustion, it will lead to the formation of a compound called carbon black, which can be used in printer inks and preparation of some black pigments. Controlled oxidation. Oxidation होने के लिए ये चीज याद रखना. You need to have acidic hydrogen. In alkanes, there is no acidic hydrogen because carbon और hydrogen के बीच में electronegativity difference बहुत कम है. So if you want to do oxidation, you need to add some catalyst, and different catalysts will lead to different products. Okay, so with same reagents CH4 and O2, using copper as catalyst you are getting methanol, using MO2O3 as catalyst you are getting the formaldehyde. Okay, so different catalyst के साथ जो product बनेगा वो different हो सकता है, even though you are starting with the same reactants. Is this clear? Alkanes का immediate oxidation के बाद you will get alcohols. Alcohols का oxidation के बाद you may get aldehydes or ketones. उसका फर्दर ऑक्सीडेशन से you will get carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid का भी ऑक्सीडेशन किया तो you will get CO2 and H2O. So uncontrolled oxidation will lead to the formation of CO2 and H2O. Controlled oxidation may lead to formation of alcohol या aldehyde ketone या carboxylic acid. ये तीनों कंपाउंड्स के बारे में डिस्कस किया. एक में अल्कोहल बनाया, एक में aldehyde बनाया, एक में carboxylic acid बनाया. ये जो पर्टिकुलर कैटलिस्ट से सारा कैटलिस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है. ये तीन रिएक्शंस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, याद रखना. उनके अलावा ये जो पर्टिकुलर रिएक्शन है, if you are having 3 degree hydrogen, immediately convert that into an alcohol with the help of KMnO4. This reaction is also very important. 3 degree hydrogen of the alkane, whenever you add KMnO4, it will be converted into alcohol OH. Next reaction, isomerization. If you are using anhydrous AlCl3, form all possible isomers of it. Chain isomers, positional isomers, सब कुछ बना लो. Aromatization बहुत important reaction है. Reagent is Cr2O3 or V2O5 or MO2O3. Aromatization can also be treated as dehydrogenation. इनके अंदर से hydrogens निकाल रहा हूँ मैं. N-hexane का aromatization होके you can form benzene. If you are having N-heptane, you can form toluene. Very very important reactions. Please याद रखना. Aromatization of alkanes. दूसरा aromatization cyclic aromatization का हमने acetylene के केस में, where you have reacted that with red hot Fe tube. Pyrolysis is pyro मतलब heat, lysis मतलब breaking. Simply heat करेंगे in the absence of oxygen. You will not take oxygen. Oxygen के presence में you will get CO2 and H2O. Okay. In case of pyrolysis, the alkane will be breaking into smaller alkanes or alkenes depending upon the heat supply. So in this case, you will get mixture of products. Different cases में same compound तो नहीं बन रहे. देखो 500 degrees पे different products मिल रहे. So in general, they won't be asking what is the product. No need to worry. हमको इतना ही याद रखना है. Pyrolysis जो है, it is used for the preparation of petrol from petrol gas or kerosene from kerosene gas. CH4 with H2O in the presence of nickel, it will lead to the formation of a compound called syngas or synthetic gas. This is called as synthetic gas. It is used in the preparation of or in the synthesis of methanol. Hence, this is called as syngas. Next, alkenes के बारे में discussion start किया हमने. Alkenes का again physical state. Lower alkenes will be gaseous. As the number of carbon atoms increase, the attractive forces will be increased. If the attractive forces increase, the state can change from gases to liquids. C4 to C20 liquids है, C20 and above solids है. Boiling point comparison similar to that of alkanes. Branching increases, boiling point decreases. Solubility, they are also being non-polar. They are also soluble in non-polar solvents. Preparation में controlled hydrogenation or else hydrogenation in the presence of a poison, pelletized carbon, BSO4 and phenylene. Solid catalyst के साथ हमेशा the mechanism is adsorption followed by addition on the same side. Hence the addition is syn addition. If you are having syn addition, you will be having cis alkene. For anti addition, you need to add hydrogen in sodium and liquid NH3. That will lead to anti addition, which will involve reaction intermediates as free radicals. Anti-addition will lead to the formation of transalkene. ये चीज अभी देखा हमने. Important ये है. If you are having a terminal alkyne, there will be acid-base reaction, but there won't be formation of transalkene. Important है. इधर मार्क करता हूँ चाहिए तो. With terminal alkyne, you have acid-base reaction. Okay. उसके बाद from alkyl halides, if you are adding H, if you are okay, alkene बनाना है ना. If you are removing HX, ये जो प्रिपरेशन मेथड ऑफ alkene है उसका उल्टा is nothing but reaction of alkene. If you are adding HX, you will be forming alkyl halide. If you are removing HS, you will be forming alkene. और जो reagent है वो अलग होता जाएगा. Alkyl halide के ऊपर alcoholic OH ऐड किया तो it will lead to the formation of alkene. ये जो particular reaction है, it is also termed as elimination because you are eliminating a hydrogen as well as a Cl. You are removing two groups and you are adding an unsaturation. It is also called as beta elimination because you are removing the hydrogen which is present on the beta carbon. What is beta carbon? Beta carbon is one which is attached to the alpha carbon. What is alpha carbon? One which is attached to the functional group. ये alpha carbon हो गया, ये beta carbon हो गया, and alpha beta के बीच में हमने एक unsaturation बना रहे हैं. So this is also called as alpha beta unsaturated compound. Okay, which is formed by beta elimination of hydrogen. Okay, alcoholic, the reagent used is alcoholic KOH followed by heat. So Br or hydrogen hata do. If there is a possibility for more than one beta hydrogen, you can form mixture of alkenes. Out of those all alkenes, only one product will be measured, which can be decided with the help of stability of alkene. Stability of alkene is compared with the help of hyperconjugation. More the number of alpha hydrogens, more will be the stability of alkene. Or else more substituted alkene will be most stable, followed by lesser substituted alkenes. Rate of dehydrohalogenation is Ri greater than Rbr greater than RCl greater than Rf. This is based on the tendency of the leaving group. Weaker is the base, better is the leaving group. हाई माइनस का लीविंग ग्रुप टेंडेंसी जो है वो बहुत ज्यादा रहेगा क्योंकि HI जो करस्पॉन्डिंग एसिड है इट इज द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट. HI स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट है तो उसका करस्पॉन्डिंग बेस विल बी द वीकेस्ट. वीकर इज द बेस, बेटर इज द लीविंग ग्रुप. वो जल्दी बाहर चला जाएगा, मतलब एलिमिनेशन जल्दी हो सकता है. ओके, क्लियर है ये वाला पार्ट? ठीक है. विद रेस्पेक्ट टू अल्काइल हैलाइड सभी लोग है ना? ओके. With respect to alkyl halide, the rate of reactivity is 3 degree greater than 2 degree greater than 1 degree, which is based on the stability of the alkene formed. 3 degree के साथ more substituted alkene बनेगा, 2 degree के साथ थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा. इसकी वजह से the reactivity also decreased. Next, dehalogenation. In this case, you need to remove two halogens. The reagent used is zinc in the presence of alcohol. C2H5OH. If you are removing halogens, you can form. In this particular case, the mechanism involves free radical mechanism. Metal जो है it will be source of electrons. ये जो X और जो X है इधर ब्रेक कर लो, यहाँ पे फ्री रेडिकल, यहाँ पे फ्री रेडिकल, दोनों के बीच में बॉन्ड बन जाएगा. With alcohols, it is dehydration of alcohols. Dehydration of alcohols is always acid catalyzed because if you want to remove OH, ये जो OH है it has to act as leaving group. H2O being weak acid, OH minus जो है it is a strong base. If it is a strong base, it is very poor leaving group. So first we will be converting this poor leaving group into a good leaving group by addition of H positive. On addition of H positive, this will be converting into H2O, which is a good leaving group. Then on heating, ये H और OH H2O जो है निकल के there will be formation of double bond. The mechanism involves formation of carbocation because a good leaving group में convert होते ही immediately it will be removed from the system and there will be formation of carbocation. जब भी carbocation होता है system के अंदर, always you need to see for the rearrangements. If there is less stable carbocation and if there is chance for the formation of more stable carbocation, there will always be rearrangement. Rearrangement होने के बाद ही हमको elimination करवाना पड़ेगा, not before that. I hope this is clear. In this case, there is formation of two different types of alkenes. This will be measured. इसमें भी trans will be measured because trans is more stable than cis. More substituted alkene is referred to as Zaitsev alkene. Less substituted alkene is referred to as Hoffman alkene. उसके बाद हमने कुछ reactions किया है. ये reactions में तुम लोग को इतना यही एक चीज important है. You need to see if the formed carbocation is already stable or not. अगर उससे भी ज्यादा स्टेबल कार्बोकेटन बन सकता है तो रीअरेंजमेंट करने के बाद ही हमको ऑल प्रोडक्ट्स एनालाइज करना है, मेजर माइनर भी वही वैसे एनालाइज करना है। इस पर्टिकुलर केस में ये वाला अल्कीन बनने का चांस है ही नहीं, रीअरेंजमेंट होगा उसके बाद ही बनेगा। इफ दे आर आस्किंग द टाइप्स ऑल प्रोडक्ट्स फॉर्म, यू शुड नॉट मेक दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट, ये बनेगा ही नहीं। आई होप दिस इज क्लियर। उसके बाद डिहाइड्रेशन ऑफ अल्कोहल्स का रेट पूछा तो यू नीड टू कंपेयर बेस्ड ऑन कार्बोकैटायन स्टेबिलिटी। ये जो कार्बोकैटायन है रेजोनेंस में नहीं जाएगा बिकॉज इट इज फॉर्मिंग ऑक्टेट इनकम्प्लीट स्ट्रक्चर। सो ओनली इंडक्टिव इफेक्ट्स के साथ कंपेयर करना है, जितना दूर है उतना बेटर रहेगा। ओके ठीक है। रिएक्शंस, द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक रिएक्शंस आर एडिशन रिएक्शंस। हमको इतना ही देखना है और जो रिएजेंट है वो कैसे ब्रेक होगा, कौन सा इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक पार्ट है, कौन सा न्यूक्लियोफिलिक पार्ट है। द इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक पार्ट विल बी गोइंग टू कार्बन बेरिंग हायर नंबर ऑफ हाइड्रोजन्स, द न्यूक्लियोफिलिक पार्ट विल बी गोइंग टू कार्बन बेरिंग लेसर नंबर ऑफ हाइड्रोजन्स। इसका मतलब ये नहीं करना है, ब्लाइंडली अप्लाई नहीं करना है। इलेक्ट्रोफाइल ऐड होने के बाद देयर विल बी फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कार्बोकैटायन, दैट पर्टिकुलर कार्बोकैटायन if it is less stable it can rearrange होने के बाद ही न्यूक्लियोफाइल को अटैच करना है। So don't blindly apply Markovnikov's rule. ये तो definitely बोल सकते हो the electrophilic part will be added to carbon bearing higher number of hydrogens. Nucleophilic part rearrangement होने के बाद ही attach करना है। And ये जो particular Markovnikov's rule है, it can be considered if and only if you have an unsymmetrical alkene and an unsymmetrical reagent. If you are not having that, no need to bother. Symmetrical reagent में जो भी दो ग्रुप्स है आइडेंटिकल होने की वजह से कोई भी कार्बन के ऊपर अटैच करो फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा। सिमेट्रिकल अल्केन हुआ तो तभी भी कोई भी कार्बन के ऊपर अटैच करो फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा। ठीक है। पहला रिएक्शन हाइड्रोजनेशन देखा है, ये वाला रिएक्शन ऑलरेडी हमने बहुत डिस्कस किया अब तक। हैलोजनेशन, ये रिएक्शन इसलिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, दिस इज यूज्ड एज अ टेस्ट फॉर अनसैचुरेशन। द रेडिश ब्राउन कलर ऑफ ब्रोमीन CCl4 विल बी डीकलराइज्ड। अल्काइंस भी सेम रिएक्शन दे सकता है। सो ये जो पर्टिकुलर रिएक्शन दे रहे हैं मतलब आई कैन कंक्लूड देयर विल बी अनसैचुरेशन, इट कैन बी ईदर एन अल्कीन और एन अल्काइन। ओके, रिएक्शन का मैकेनिज्म हमने देखा नहीं है, अभी के लिए इतना ही लिखा। द इंटरमीडिएट इट इन्वॉल्व्स एन इंटरमीडिएट कॉल्ड साइक्लिक हैलोनियम आयन। अभी याद भी नहीं है, चलेगा, बाद में हम मैकेनिज्म जब देखेंगे तब याद रखेंगे। हाइड्रोहैलोजनेशन, ये अनसिमेट्रिकल रिएजेंट हो गया, सो मार्कोनिकोव्स रूल अप्लाई कर लेंगे, जिनसे प्रोडक्ट्स मिल जाएगा। If they are asking for rate of reactivity of HX, HI will be greater than HBr will be greater than HCl greater than HF based on the acidic strength। अगर ये स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड है तो ज्यादा H+ दे सकता है, जल्दी अटैक कर सकता है। अगर वीक एसिड है तो H+ दे नहीं पाएगा, जल्दी अटैक नहीं कर पाएगा। सबस्ट्रेट के केस में भी मोर सबस्ट्रेट अल्कीन ज्यादा रिएक्टिव होगा बिकॉज इट इज लीडिंग टू द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कार्बोकैटायन whose stability order is 3 degree greater than 2 degree greater than 1 degree। So more saturated alkenes will be more reactive in hydrohalogenation। Again, as it is involving formation of carbocation, only after rearrangement you need to attach nucleophile। उसमें एक important reaction देखा है हमने, addition of HBr in the presence of peroxide, which will lead to formation of anti-Markovnikov's product। Anti-Markovnikov product इसलिए होता है because इस particular reaction में the mechanism is free radical mechanism। उस particular reaction में earlier we have added H positive first, in this case you will be adding Br free radical first, which will lead to the formation of which we will be seeing for the formation of more stable free radicals। 2 degree free radical being more stable than 1 degree free radical, ये minor रहेगा, ये major रहेगा। ओके, दोनों केसेस में, इस केस में या इस केस में, we are interested in the stability of the free radical or stability of the carbocation or the stability of the intermediate that is being formed। उसके बेसिस में हम कुछ एनालिसिस करके प्रोडक्ट्स बना रहे हैं which are leading to Markovnikov's and anti-Markovnikov's product। ओके, ठीक है। ये जो पर्टिकुलर रिएक्शन है, it happens only in the with HBr, with HCl and HI। Some of the steps are highly endothermic, as a result the reaction cannot proceed through free radical mechanism। Standard reaction है which will lead to the formation of geminal dihalide but not the vicinal dihalide। अब से क्या करेंगे, अल्कीन के ऊपर कोई भी रिएजेंट दे रहा हूं मैं, आइडेंटिफाई व्हाट इज इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक पार्ट, न्यूक्लियोफिलिक पार्ट, उसके बाद ऐड कर लेना. Addition of H2SO4 will lead to the formation of compound called alkyl hydrogen sulfate. Next, hydration. Dehydration of alcohols will lead to formation of alkene. Hydration of alkenes will lead to the formation of alcohols. This is also acid catalyzed because H2O जो है उसके अंदर से H plus आ नहीं पाएगा. In order to attack onto the alkene, pi bond of the alkene, so you need to add an acid catalyst. Acid catalyst add करने की वजह से कार्बोकैटायन मिलेगा. इसके ऊपर H2O add होके you will be forming alcohol. Again, इस particular reaction में there is formation of carbocation, so you need to see further rearrangements. Oxidation of alkenes, very important. Oxidation of alkenes will lead to the formation of either aldehydes, ketones, or carboxylic acids, or CO2 and H2O. Or you can also form diols with cold dilute alkaline KMnO4, which is a weaker oxidizing agent. You need to break only one pi bond. If you are breaking one pi bond, you need to attach one OH on both carbons, which will lead to the formation of diol. ये याद रखना, the addition is syn addition. Syn addition मतलब both the OH will be added on the same side. This is used as a test for alkene because Bayer's reagent जो है, it will be decolorized. The color of Bayer's reagent is purple pink. In the presence of alkene, it will be decolorized because of formation of diol. With KMnO4, which is a stronger oxidizing agent, break all the bonds, break all the pi bonds which you see, pi bonds as well as sigma bonds, and attach OH. Two OH groups on the same carbon atom unstable होता है, उसको remove कर दो. If we are forming ketone, reaction उधर ही रुक जाएगा. If there is formation of aldehyde, you are having a acidic hydrogen inside aldehyde. Acidic hydrogens are reducible, oxidizable. If you are having an oxidizable hydrogen, that will be converting into OH. So aldehyde जो बनेगा, it eventually converts into carboxylic acid. So you cannot stop the reaction at aldehyde stage using KMnO4. Okay, you can use a similar type of reagent which is called as K2Cr2O7. इसका प्रोडक्ट्स लिखना तो बहुत ऑब्वियस होना चाहिए. जब भी डबल बॉन्ड्स दिखता है, ट्रिपल बॉन्ड्स दिखता है, उनको ब्रेक कर लो. ब्रेक करते समय OH लगाओ, इतना ही. If you want to form an aldehyde, you can do a reaction called ozonolysis. In ozonolysis, there is a formation of intermediate called alkene ozonide or cyclic ozonide. Okay, that on reaction with any reagent like H2O2 in the presence of OH minus, where you will have oxidative ozonolysis, or you can add zinc in the presence of acetic acid or dimethyl sulfur, where you will have reductive ozonolysis. Oxidative ozonolysis के केस में फिर से you cannot form aldehydes, there will be formation of carboxylic acid. याद क्या रखना है, if there is formation of HCHO, it will convert only into HCOH. H2CO3 तक convert नहीं होगा. H2CO3 में convert हो गया तो CO2 और H2O मिल जाएगा. Oxidative ozonolysis के साथ, if you are having HCHO, it will stop the reaction at HCOH because it is mild oxidizing agent. Okay, ओजोनोलिसिस का प्रोडक्ट्स लिखना सीखा हमने. अगर प्रोडक्ट्स दिया तो अल्कीन भी लिखना सीखा. उन दोनों को आमने सामने रखो, आमने सामने रख के और वो निकाल दो. ज़ाइलिन का मेटाज़ाइलिन, ऑर्थोज़ाइलिन, पैराज़ाइलिन, उनका ओजोनोलिसिस प्रोडक्ट्स इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड इन दैट केस यू नीड टू टेक ऑल पॉसिबल रेजोनेटिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स. वो करने की वजह से डिफरेंट कंपाउंड्स मिलेगा. इस केस में 3 डिफरेंट कंपाउंड्स मिला हमको, इस केस में 2 ही डिफरेंट कंपाउंड्स मिला. पैरा के केस में तुम लोग को करने के लिए कहा था मैंने. ये याद, ये क्लियर है ना कैसे किया हमने. ब्रेक द मॉलिक्यूल, व्हेनेवर यू आर ब्रेकिंग ऑक्सीजन लगाओ. सो ये वाला सेपरेट हुआ तो ऐसा कुछ मिलेगा, ये वाला सेपरेट हुआ तो ऐसा कुछ मिलेगा, ये वाला सेपरेट हुआ तो ऐसा कुछ मिलेगा. एंड द कंपाउंड, दिस कंपाउंड इज कॉल्ड एज ग्लायोक्साल. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज इथिलीन ग्लाइकॉल. उसका एल्डिहाइड फॉर्म, उसका ऑक्सीडेशन करने से जो भी मिला, इट इज कॉल्ड एज ग्लायोक्साल. If one of the hydrogen is replaced by CH3, it is called as methyl glyoxal. If both the hydrogens are replaced by CH3, it is called as glymethyl glyoxal. In the exam, they won't be giving you these structures, they will be giving you glyoxal. So तुम लोग को पता हो जाना चाहिए क्या है वो. Polymerization में क्या करते हैं हम? You will be attaching several monomer units together to form a polymer. And polymerization involves free radical mechanism. Free radical mechanism में होता है ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है, यहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रॉन ब्रेक किया, so this will be forming a bond with this will be forming a bond with another CH2 CH2, so on and so forth. So ethene से जो भी मॉलिक्यूल बना रहे हैं, it will be called as polythene और polyethene. Propene से polypropene. Tetrafluoroethene से you can get Teflon. Polytetrafluoroethene, which is also called as Teflon. Okay. Then we have seen alkynes. Alkynes में preparation method दो देखा हमने. If you have calcium carbide, if you are doing hydrolysis of it, you can form acetylene. In order to form calcium carbide, we use calcium carbonate. That calcium carbonate on heating, it will form calcium oxide. That calcium oxide with coke, it will lead to the formation of calcium carbide. Calcium carbide का hydrolysis okay, you will get C2H2 acetylene. From vicinal dihalides, you can have dehydrohalogenation. दो बार करना पड़ेगा. एक बार एक HX निकालेंगे, दूसरे बार दूसरा HX निकालेंगे. Dehydrohalogenation के लिए कॉमन रिएजेंट है अल्कोहलिक KOH. बट विसिनल डाइहालाइड्स के केस में अल्कोहलिक KOH एक बार ऐड करने के बाद इसके अंदर से HX रिमूव करना मुश्किल होगा, as alcoholic KOH is a weaker reagent. In order to have a stronger reagent, we use NaNH, sodamide. If you use sodamide, then only you can have next elimination or a HX element. Okay, you can form an alkyne. Okay. Terminal alkyne जब भी बनेगा NaNH2 के साथ, further react okay, it will be forming salt 2. Reactions, hydrogenation, ये वाला फिर से आया देखो, बहुत बार ये रिपीट होता जाता है ये सारे reactions. With Lindlar's catalyst, cisalkene, with Birch reduction, you will have transalkene. इसमें syn addition, इसमें anti addition, इसमें free radical intermediate रहेगा. And और एक point क्या है, इस particular case में जो भी alkane use करेंगे, it has to be terminal alkyne. Sorry, it should not be terminal alkyne. With terminal alkyne, there will be acid-base reaction. Addition of X2, the color of Br2CCl4 will be decolorized, so it can be used as a test for unsaturation, that is as a test for alkyne. Okay, सभी लोग हैं ना? Okay. उसके बाद हमने हाइड्रोहैलोजिनेशन देखा. You need to follow Markovnikov's rule. Initially तो based on carbocation stability, जिस साइड ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीजिंग है उस साइड जाके अटैक करना है. उसके बाद फर्दर HX ऐड करते समय you will be forming a geminal dihalide. Sorry, geminal dihalide but not vicinal dihalide. It is based on the stability of the intermediate, carbocation intermediate. Hydration reaction important है, which will lead to the formation of enol, which rearranges or which tautomerizes to give you ketone. Polymerization, acetylene का polymerization, polyacetylene. If you are having linear polymerization, cyclic polymerization is important, where you are reacting it with red hot Fe2 to form benzene. If you are having a propine, it will form 1,3,5 trimethyl benzene. उसके बाद हमने isomerization reaction देखा आज, along with test for terminal alkynes. Terminal alkynes are acidic, very important. It can react with sodium and NaNH2, but it cannot react with NaOH because H2O is a stronger acid when compared to alkyne. As a test, we have seen ammoniacal silver nitrate test and ammoniacal cuprous chloride test, where there will be formation of some colored precipitates. With ammoniacal silver nitrate, there will be white precipitate. With cuprous chloride, there will be brick red precipitate. अगर ऐसा precipitates आ रहे तो you can conclude the alkyne which is present is terminal alkyne. Is this clear to everyone? So revision करते समय तुम लोग को अभी मैं जैसे किया है वैसा करना पड़ेगा. स्टार्ट से एंडिंग तक क्या क्या है, क्यों क्यों है, ऐसा क्यों रिएक्शन हो रहा है, पता होना चाहिए. What are the intermediates that are being formed? अगर कार्बोकैटायन इंटरमीडिएट हो रहे तो कैसे देखना है, प्रोडक्ट्स रीअरेंजमेंट करने के बाद कैसे बनाना है, ये सब आप लोगों को याद रखना पड़ेगा. ओके Thank you.